Welcome numpties all to Sunday Madness 2. Now, what we've got here is two clips of the McRae Hutch Special at Suzuka. Now, in a previous video I charted the improvement of the car and the improvement of the driver to set a time of about just over 1 minute eventually, using a manual gearbox and setting up the suspension, changing the gear ratios and stuff like that. That was the beginning of the story, I suppose. What I've got here is 2 races that I did of 3 laps where I breathed on the car. I used the facility in the setup to put the maximum power I could at that time of 374 brake horsepower instead of 302 or 303 or whatever it was. So here we are. I've got to say, I had to fiddle with the gear ratios as well so that I got the most out of the extra power. So third gear works up to about 90 miles an hour, which means I can use it through all of the twisty turny infield section, and on this back straight I get to about 133 miles an hour, and it's a discernible difference. It really is. First lap 103, much faster than I've gone before. Just so quick. But the thing that's most important about it is it was so much more fun. It was just hilarious. On this section here I can stick it in third gear and I'll just squirt between the corners. Obviously my driving talent hasn't got any better, but it's just a hell of a lot more fun, and I'm able to, I suppose, calm myself a bit and not overdrive it, so I'm not sliding all over the place, and I'm able to take the corners that little bit better. Finally got my line right going into this last corner, and you know, if I could do this all the time, maybe I'd get an even faster time. But this is the fastest time I've done up to this point of a 59 seconds. Superb, absolutely superb, but just really enjoyable. Really enjoyable. I do like this car. I do like the whining gearbox noise. I never thought I would, but it's actually that, and the way it powers through the gears. Superb. I still do find, however, that if I'm not chasing someone, I tend to mess up more. It's really weird. I've got someone in front of me that I'm after. I suppose we use their lines to guide where we're going, don't we? So it's what you're looking at, isn't it? Like they say when you're learning to ride a motorbike, you stare at where you want to go. You don't stare at the thing you don't want to hit, because you will hit it. You stare at where you want to go, and I suppose it's the same in a racing car. Any car. Yeah. So this is coming to the end of the first race, and look at that, a 59 and a 1, 103, 59 and a 1. I mean, fairly consistent and super fast. Race 2, cars identical, as far as I remember. Certainly didn't have any more power. The only other thing you could do to it is reduce the weight by 50 kilos, which, you know, makes a difference. Again, 133 mile an hour. I'm getting my braking better at the end of the home straight. Look at that, straight down the inside. It's just so clean. So much easier to control. I was very pleased with the way I managed to get that first corner better, and also brake better into it. So I was lifting off at the 100 metre mark and braking at the 50 instead of 200 and 100. So that's a big difference. The way it just carves past all these cars and squirts in that third gear, hovering around the red line, but plenty of power in reserve. So pleasing, so nice. Never thought I'd enjoy this as much as I have. Starsky and Hutch Special. So I'm hoping this is pleasing my fan, whoever you are, and unfortunately this is where the talent runs out. Braking at 50, boom. But he didn't. So much better if he hadn't been there. And back to rally driving. Yes! Got a rally drive. It's an Impreza. It's a McRae Hutch Special. You've got to take it off-road. Yeah. I'm very disappointed in this lap, not only for smacking into that fella there, because that took time, but also the last corner that's coming up, which I screwed up. I must have lost half a second in those two incidents, and if only I've got this corner right, or, you know, instead of this, pushing too hard. Oh no, I'm on the wrong lap. Pleased with this lap, it's the last lap I'm not pleased with. I'll try again. Commentary. Don't worry, Murray Walker. Your legacy's fine, no one will ever beat you. Especially me. This will be the last upload from Suzuka I do, unless something very different happens or I'm in a different car. This completes the story as far as I'm concerned, which is what I'm telling here. The story of the Titanium Tin Man. Now there's an idea. Titanium Tin Man. I did wonder whether I should call myself the Titanium Sim Man. It's silly, but it pleases me. I'm not asking, by the way. I don't really care what anybody thinks. So here we go. Well, that bit okay, but then I just too much accelerator here. Washed wide, took a few cones out, managed to keep it on the tarmac. But what, 2/10, 3/10 if I'm lucky? And look at that. I would have beaten my fastest time. Still, that was excellent. All of it excellent. Thank you so much for joining me again. I look forward to our next encounter, where I'll be at Sardinia in a GT3 car.